Hello my dear students. Today we'll be doing very interesting chapter that is motions of the earth of EVS 1 science. Let's begin. So the most important two motions that we are familiar with is rotation and revolution. If I say earth is rotating on its own axis, so that motion is known as rotation. This motion is known as rotation. However, if the earth moves around the sun in a fixed path, it is called revolution. See, this motion is known as revolution. Now, because of rotation, we have day and night phenomena, यानी कि rotation होने से दिन और रात होता है. And because of revolution, we have seasons that occur. Okay. Now we understand this in detail as we move forward. Now the first thing that we'll understand is rotation. It's the movement around its axis, and the movement around the axis is considered as the rotation. Earth takes about 24 hours to complete one rotation, and that is known as Earth Day. The top turns around itself. Any object that turns about itself actually turns around a certain imaginary line. जब भी हमें लगता है कि कोई चीज़ घूम रही है, इसका ये मतलब है कि उसके आजू बाजू कोई इमेजिनरी लाइन क्रिएट हो रही है. इमेजिनरी लाइन कैन नॉट बी सीन, ओनली यू कैन इमेजिन. द टर्निंग ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट अराउंड itself is called rotation, and the imaginary line around which it rotates is called axis of rotation. Now, revolution. What do you mean by revolution? Revolution means movement of the earth around the sun. It is called revolution. Revolution causes season. Okay, it is a fixed path that moves and that takes 365 days and 1/4 day. 1/4 day consists of 6 hours. Okay. Moving forward to the next topic, that is the earth's rotation. First, let us study what actually globe is. On the globe, if we draw one horizontal line which divides the earth into two equal halves, this line is known as equator. Okay, the part of the earth towards the north, this is north. Okay, towards the north of the equator is called northern hemisphere, and the part of the earth which is towards the south of the equator, this one is south, is called the southern hemisphere. See, this is a globe. To represent the earth, we use this spherical device called globe. A globe is a three-dimensional representation of the earth rotating on its axis. The earth rotate with its axis inclined like this. जैसे कि अभी यहाँ पे थोड़ा tilted है ना, वैसे ही वो घूमता है. The line NS in the picture shows the earth's axis. Okay, line N and S show the earth's axis. Okay, this is earth's axis which is inclined. The points N and S are called the poles of the earth. पोल मीन्स व्हाट? एंड्स. ये दोनों एस और एन एंड पे है ना, तो इसको हम बोलते हैं एंड्स या तो फिर पोल्स. एन इज द नॉर्थ पोल ऑफ द अर्थ एंड एस इज द साउथ पोल ऑफ द अर्थ. If a circle were drawn around the surface of the earth exactly in between the north and south poles, it would divide the earth into two equal parts. जैसे कि मैंने अभी आपको करके दिखाया. अगर मैं इस ग्लोब को ऐसे डिवाइड कर दूँ तो ये कौन सी लाइन हो जाएगी मेरी? इट इज नोन एज इक्वेटर. ओके, तो फिर इसके ऊपर वाला पार्ट क्या होगा? नॉर्थन हेमिस्फीयर, और इसके नीचे वाला पार्ट क्या होगा, सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर. Try this. Stand a candle in the middle of a large table. Draw a big circle around the candle. Place a globe at any point on this circle. Light the candle. See that it is dark in the room. Suppose that candle is the sun. Now observe which part of the globe gets sunlight and which part does not. So, now looking at the globe from the direction of the North Pole, turn it anti-clockwise. Now what do you mean by anti-clockwise? Anti-clockwise means opposite the direction. This is how the earth rotates. That is, it rotates from west to east. As the earth rotates, its different parts come into the light of the sun, one after the other, and turn away from it also in the same order. Sunset and sunrise. In simple words, sunrise is when the sun appears in the morning. Sunset is when the sun disappears in the evening. The sun goes down and it becomes dark. A sunrise occurs in the morning. A sunset occurs in the evening. A sunrise occurs in east and sunset occurs in the west. Now see, the period of time that the earth takes to complete one rotation is called a day. A day has two parts, daytime and nighttime, din or raat, or simply day-night. For the purpose of measuring time, we divide the whole day into 24 parts, each of which is called an hour. When the earth moves whole round around itself, it's called a day. So we have 24 hours in a day. The period of time the earth takes to complete one revolution around the sun is called a year. Why does February have 29 days in a leap year and 28 days during the rest of the year? As we all are aware of the fact that the earth revolves around the sun in orbit, and the period it takes to complete one revolution is 365 days, that is 1 year. The time taken to complete this circle. Why does February have 29 days in a leap year and 28 days during the rest of the year? As we all are aware of the fact that the earth revolves around the sun in orbit, and the period it takes to finish the revolution is considered as a year. The time taken to complete this circle is estimated to be 365 days. But in reality, the earth takes around 365 days plus 25 days extra, which counts to an extra 6 hours. So, what do we do with this extra 6 hours in hand? We add them 4 times to create 24 hours. Okay, 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Okay, so it creates 24 hours. 24 hours means 1 day. A leap year in the Gregorian calendar. Gregorian means the calendar which is used in most of the world. The year is taken to have 365 days. It means that it counts 6 hours less every year. That makes 24 hours or 1 day in every 4 years. To make up this lost 1 day, the month of February in the Gregorian calendar has an extra day every 4th year. That year is called a leap year. Also, it has 366 days instead of 365 days, and February has 29 days instead of 28 days. Do you know? You know that the length of the day and night is not always equal. This happens because of the Earth's inclined axis and its revolution around the sun. So, in the northern hemisphere, between 22 March and 23 September, the days are longer than the nights. Therefore, it is warmer there. यानी कि वहाँ पे वो टाइम पे गर्मी होती है. Okay. समर सीजन होता है, दैट इज इट इज़ द समर इन द नॉर्थन हेमिस्फीयर. हाउएवर ड्यूरिंग द सेम पीरियड इन द साउथर्न हेमिस्फीयर द नाइट्स आर लॉन्गर देन द डेज. द अर्थ गेट्स लेस हीट इन दीज पार्ट्स एंड देयरफॉर इट इज़ विंटर इन द सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर. ओके, ये साइड नीचे साउथर्न पार्ट में फिर क्या हो जाता है, विंटर आ जाता है. In the period from 23rd September to 22nd March, the days are longer than the nights in the southern hemisphere. It gets more heat and it is summer there. In this period in the northern hemisphere, it is the night that are longer. The northern hemisphere gets less heat and it is winter there. Okay, फिर वहाँ पे ठंडियाँ शुरू हो जाती है. In India, summer, rainy season and winter are considered to be a main season. बहुत सारे seasons आते हैं but 3 ये सबसे ज़्यादा main seasons हम मानते हैं. We also divide the year into 6 seasons. What are they? Namely, Vasant, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant and Shishir. The cycle of the seasons is called the Ritu Chakra. Many of our festivals are connected with the seasons. Many of our songs, games are also related to the different seasons. Phases of the moon. You must have seen different phases of the moon. Sometimes it's shining brightly with its full face, while sometimes it's crescent shape. Crescent means curved shape. While sometimes it's half, sometimes it's not even visible at all. Like in the case of new moon day, you cannot see moon at all. Well, that is because the moon is constantly revolving around the earth, and because of that it has different phases. While revolving, its different phases can be seen from earth. The moon revolves around the earth. ठीक है? And the earth revolves around the sun. However, these two orbits intersect. Okay, intersect मतलब मिल जाना. Hence, the sun, moon and the earth are not always along a straight line. We see half of the moon's surface which faces the earth. Okay, हमको सिर्फ एक साइड मून का दिखता है, दूसरा साइड नहीं दिखता है. That is, from the earth we see only one side of the moon. The moon has no light of its own because moon is a satellite. Okay, we can see that moon because of the sun's light that falls on it. Okay, क्यों हमको मून दिखता है? क्योंकि सन की जो लाइट है वो मून पे पड़ती है, इसीलिए हम मून को देख पाते हैं. On a full moon night we see the entire side of the moon that faces the earth. Okay, full moon night में हमको full moon दिखता है and new moon night पे हमको moon नहीं दिखता है. From the full moon to the new moon, the illuminated part of the moon seen from the earth becomes smaller and smaller. Illuminated means what? Lighted. Lighted part of the moon. From new moon to full moon, it again grow bigger and bigger. Okay, these different shapes of the moon that we see are called the phases of the moon. Yes children, now remember, it is not the moon growing bigger or bigger and smaller. It is the illuminated part that grows bigger and bigger and smaller. Okay, मून बड़ा छोटा नहीं होता है. मून का जो लाइटेड पार्ट होता है वो या तो बढ़ता है या तो कम हो जाता है. ओके, द लूनार मंथ एंड डेज. लूनार मीन्स मून. In this topic, we have to study mainly two topics, that is waxing moon and waning moon. It takes 14 or 15 days from new moon to full moon, that is fortnight. Fortnight means 2 weeks, period of 2 weeks of the waxing moon. So when it changes the shape from new moon to full moon, that period is known as waxing moon. न्यू मून से जो फुल मून का पीरियड होता है उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? वैक्सिंग मून. वेयर एज फ्रॉम द फुल मून द मून अपीयर स्मॉलर एंड स्मॉलर. ओके, After 14 or 15 days, it is new moon again. This fortnight period is called the waning moon. Okay, thus the period from one new moon to the next is of 28 days to 38 days. Why 28 days to 38? Because 14 days of waxing moon plus 14 days of waning moon is total of 28 days. It is called the lunar month. Every day of the lunar month is called a tithi.